guys sleep well last night? I didn't. I hurt my knee a week ago. Don't know what I did to it, but I've had surgery on that knee twice. And I don't know. Well, I do know what I did to it. I fell in a hole chasing my dog because he was trying to get a skunk. I didn't want him to get one. And I'm not a runner. I'm a walker. I'm a fast walker. Everybody in my family says I walk too fast. I'm just a fast person. I just like go zoom, 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 zoom. Anybody else like that? Like you go to the store and you're like zoom, 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 or everything you do, you're just like really fast, because that's me. I also hate shopping. Is there any other women out there that hate shopping? Because I hate shopping. I like to get in and get out. And speaking of shopping, what the heck is up with the Walmart new plan? You can't even get down the aisles. They're so small. I was in Walmart the other day, and I already don't like going to Walmart because you always spend more than what you went in there for. And I kid you not, there were people opposite direction, like this, talking in the aisle, like having a conversation in the aisle. And I'm wanting to get the stuff and just go. Like, I want to go in, I want to go grocery shopping, I want to get the stuff I need, and I want to get out because I do not like big crowds of people. And I go in there, and I'm standing there, and these people are just da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, really? What the hell? Like, you're in Walmart, people. You know the aisles are too small. You can't get 2 carts down these aisles anymore. Why are you standing in the middle of a freaking aisle having a conversation? Like, take your conversation in a bigger part of the store. Don't stand in the middle of the aisle and talk. Have respect for other people. No, these people are just talking away. And I'm standing there waiting, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, they saw me standing there. So I'm like, excuse me. They just continue talking. Chat, 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 chat. And they just continue talking. Chat, 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 chat. So I walk over, and I move their cart over. And that lady goes, I'm sorry, what are you doing? And I go, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude like you are, but I would like to go, and I need what is behind you. And since you're not going to move, I'm moving your cart for you. And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. We were having a conversation. And I go, I'm so sorry. You can move to a bigger area to have your conversation. But standing in the middle of an aisle that's not big enough for 2 people is pretty dang rude. This is Ferris. He wants a part of this conversation. So needless to say, they moved. Yes, I got rude with people. No lick on the mouth. Anyway, I don't like getting rude with people, but if I have to, I will. Because I don't like shopping. Anyway, now that I've invited you guys into my life, my daily life, and this little baby who won't leave me alone, we're going to get back to my childhood. So, Ferris, you're not a lap dog, baby. Lay down, lay down. So, I've been having little nightmares since talking about my childhood. I do have some PTSD from my childhood. Okay, Ferris. No. You gotta calm down, baby. Calm down. Ferris, down, lay down. No. He does not listen. You know, I had him for a week in doggy training. can't even see it didn't work. When he got home, I spoiled him because I missed him. Anyway, so I have a little PTSD, not only from my childhood, but from all the trauma that I've gone through since, and over the last 6 years, 7 years. But anyway, I actually had a nightmare the other night over one of the incidents when I was a child. And it was one where, so the monster took us to a graveyard. And I remember it was so dark. And I was there with my little baby brothers. And we were all like under a tree. And I'm going to have to get him down. Paris, you're going to have to go. Oh, sorry. Go lay down. That was the dog. Yeah, that was the dog. Go lay down. And we were under a tree. And I just remember being curled up with my brothers and just crying because I was so scared. And now, if you remember, I told you he used to tell us that when people died, they turned into monsters and they would come back and take little kids to hell with them. So I always believed as a child, when you're told something like that, you have a tendency to use your imagination, obviously. So I envisioned these monsters, not necessarily people, but like monsters and whatever you could dream of as a kid. Monsters coming up out of the grave, you know, like taking us kids down into the ground and like mutilating us basically. And that's what I saw. That's what I thought. And here we are in a graveyard and there are graves all around us. So in my mind, I'm thinking everywhere we go, there could be hands like reaching up out of the ground, just grabbing at us. So I was afraid to move. I was afraid for my little brothers to move. I was afraid for me to move. So we just curled up under that tree and I was sitting up against that trunk and I had my little brothers just like this. And he scared the living crap out of us. He left us there for, it seemed like an eternity. I don't know exactly how long it was. But he came back and he came up very quietly behind us. And he scared the living crap out of us so bad that I peed my pants. Now I got a beating for it because I peed my pants. Because of him, but I got a beating for it. That's the type of monster this man was. But I actually had a nightmare about that. These are things that I consider them night terrors. And these are things that, like, my husband has to wake me up sometimes because he will hear me scream. He will, like, hear me say things. And sometimes I will fight in my sleep. Things that I can't control. And it's very hard. I don't take sleeping pills because that enhances them. I don't take anything to help me sleep because that enhances them. So I have insomnia. I think a lot of it has to do with my brain just not wanting to go to sleep. for the fear of having the nightmares and the fear of what I'm going to see when I go to sleep. There's other things about me that I'll tell you later. Whoa. Let's not do this morning. There's other things about me that I'll tell you later when you get to know me more. Right now, too soon. But there's other reasons I don't like to sleep. So I sometimes I just don't sleep and I just do things like I'll clean, I'll journal. I journal a lot. Like I have so many journals, it's unbelievable. I write better than I talk. I draw. I do nails. I will go in and I will create nail sets. I'll do designs. I'll create like an art design. Like I'll do ocean scenes and I'll do lighthouse scenes, or I'll do gnome scenes. I'll do, like I just did a fall decorative thing. I do Chiefs designs. I'll do football designs, race car designs. I've done people. I've done some of the Kansas City Chief players. At Christmas, I do Santas, real life, like they look real life. I do all kinds of things like that. And my goal right now is to get back in school and finish getting my nail tech certification, but I can't afford it right now, so I'm just biding my time. I just want to finish going to school. I used to be in nursing school. I fell and blew my knee. I had to have surgery, so I didn't get to finish my clinicals. I was in my clinicals. I only had 9 months to go, and I would have been an RN, but I had a bunch of stuff going on, and then I didn't go back because my daughter was having my first grandson, and I was a stay-at-home mom, and she wanted her son to be a stay-at-home baby. And so how can I fight with that? So I became a stay-at-home grandma. So I gave up my nursing career for my grandbabies. And I never went back. Sometimes I kick myself in the butt for doing that, but in the long run, my grandbabies are my world, and I have 8 of them. They are my world, and I lately have not had a lot of time with them because I've been so focused on my job and, well, finding a job now, and then the farm and getting this started and trying to find a way to go back to school and trying to financially support my husband and I. My husband has myocarditis. He can't work, so it's up to me. It's been a roller coaster. It's been very stressful lately, so I've been under a lot of pressure, I'll put it that way. So I think that's another reason why I started having my nightmares. But I'm a fighter, and I don't just stop. I find a way. I always have. And that's what you need to do. You never stop. I've had people try to stop me. It has not worked. Because where there's a will, there's a way, and there's a reason for everything. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I've made a lot of mistakes along the way. I definitely have had to humble myself and admit my mistakes. And even though others don't see it that way, because they don't want to admit their own mistakes either. They find fault in others instead of themselves as well, because they don't want to look at the whole perspective and realize that they were wrong too, especially in what they assume. And that's what irks me, is when people assume things and they're wrong and they can't admit it. Like, if you're wrong, admit it, you know. If I'm wrong, I'm going to admit I'm wrong. And that's hard sometimes for me to do. But when I do it, I mean it. And it's hard sometimes to take yourself out of that perspective and look and say, okay, yeah, you're right. I should have done it differently, or whatever. But when I say I should have done it differently, then I mean it. But anyway, trying to figure out ways to get back up on your feet is hard sometimes, especially in today's society. I had a very good paying job recently, and I was laid off because I had another job that I was working at, and I missed work for it. And I hurt my knee. Had to miss the day because I hurt my knee, and there she went. It was gone. That was miserable, but that's okay. I have 2 dreams, actually 3. My first dream is to have a nail salon that is a full-scale spa for women. I want women to feel absolutely beautiful when they walk in and out. And I'm not going to tell exactly what I want in it, but it's a dream that I've had for a few years now. And I want a lot in there. But I want it to be inexpensive. I don't want it to cost $700 or $800 for this to happen. I want it to be affordable for women, but I want them to go in one way and come out from head to toe beautiful. I thrive on women feeling beautiful in their own skin, and that's what I want, because as I said in an earlier video, I know what it feels like to not feel beautiful in your own skin. And I know what it feels like to feel unwanted and unloved and unliked and feel invisible and unliked about everything and feel like you're nobody. I recently felt that way, and it was miserable. And I felt that way for a very long time. And I'm just now feeling comfortable in my own skin. That's why I started this. No dentures, no makeup, hair in a messy bun. Like, this is me. Take it or leave it. I'm that person that will go to the store in pajama pants. I am that woman who will go to the store in a pair of sweats and a t-shirt. I don't care. I don't have to put makeup on to go to the grocery store. I don't have to have my hair fixed to go to the grocery store. I know women that cannot go to the mailbox without putting their makeup on. Nope, not me. I don't think it's necessary. I feel like women should be able to embrace their beauty as they are. Yes, I get it. Makeup makes you feel more beautiful. I get it. It does me too. But learn to love yourself without all of that. I mean, why would you have to need all of it? Learn to love yourself as you are. Because if you're single, there's somebody out there that's going to love you as you are, whether you've got it on or not, whether your hair is messy or beautiful, or whether your clothes are perfect or not. And my post yesterday on the farm, that is me. That is me down and dirty, getting dirty, raw, getting chicken poop on me, getting sheep poop on me, walking through crap. That is me. That is me 100%. I am a farm girl. I am outside. I get dirty. I like to build things. I like to ride horses. I like to be in the middle of the animals. I like to be in ponds. I like to fish. I like all of that stuff. I mean, I can change my own oil. I can change my own tire. I can fix a lot of stuff on a car because my dad taught me that. I am that girl. I'm a Tom girl. Tom woman. That's what I'm a Tom woman. You can see me out there fixing a fence. Like, I can fix a fence. There's pretty much nothing I can't do except lift something really big and heavy. I'm just not I have nails. That's the woman side of me. But these, I have to clean them out several times a day because I'm out there in the dirt. I'm out there digging for worms to go fishing. I make my grandpa's dough bait. I can bait my own hook. I can get a fish off my own hook. I love kayaking with my grandkids. It's fun. And I know women that will not get dirty at all. I have a friend that will not get dirty. Will not, freaks out if she gets dirty. Polar opposites. It's hilarious. I'm the down and dirty one, and she's the gorgeous perfectionist one. It's really funny how we're friends because we're polar opposites. But that is what it is. When I'm friends with people, I'm friends with people for pretty much ever until you screw me over or you decide to turn your back on me. Because I'm that friend that I'm your friend to your face and behind your back. Someone talks about you behind your back, I'm going to defend you. Unfortunately, I've learned that I have friends that are not like that. I thought they were like that, but they're not. I had friends that were friends with me for a very long time, but when it came down to it, they didn't have my back when I wasn't around. That's not a friend. That is a frenemy, and I learned the hard way that I never needed them in my life to begin with. And when I was at my rock bottom, literally at my rock bottom, never been at my rock bottom before until a year and a half ago. And when I was at my rock bottom and I needed them, none of them were there. None of them were there. I had two people. Two people. They watched me at my worst. Literally at my worst. I'm talking nonstop crying, couldn't get up out of bed, wanted to kill myself worst. Like I didn't think I had a life to live. I was so depressed. I was mentally so unstable that I couldn't even clean my house. I'd been that way for a while and I couldn't function. I was that low. I dug myself so down. I hated myself. I felt so alone.